Following on from our recent pick a card about who you can expect as your next relationship, you want to get a bit more information from the cards today about where you're likely to meet that person. So we'll do a pick a card. So there's pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Just take a moment, take a breath, see which card you're drawn to, and I will see you in your piles. Maybe that your intuition resonates with more than one. Feel free to check them out. Pile 1, if you chose the first card, you've got the King of Wands. He's a rather assertive, passionate fellow. And let's lay down 3 energies here. Where is pile 1 going to meet their next person, their next relationship, and the information? So we have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. So I'm kind of getting the impression that your next person may be someone who's leaving a relationship to move towards something a bit more fulfilling. Not quite sure where the 9 of Swords is here yet, but we will find out. Let's clarify with the Wild Unknown. So the 8 of Cups, we've got the 4 of Swords, which is a card of healing, of sort of restoration. So it looks like they're possibly going through a breakup at the moment. This King of Wands. The King of Cups, possibly someone who's holding back their feelings a little bit at the moment, not quite ready to jump in. Temperance, also a card of patience, a card of waiting, a card of balance, balancing things out in their life. So where will pile 1 meet their next person? The 9 of Cups, he looks quite content there. He looks fulfilled, like he's got plenty of everything. The Cups could be a bar. I mean, I'm kind of drawn to the cups, and obviously in cups are drinks. Looks a bit happy, like he may have overindulged a bit, so it could be that this next person has just recently, I would say, come out of a relationship, possibly at the bar with the World. The Emperor. Oops, pulled 2 by mistake, so we'll take them. The 7 of Cups and 2 of Cups. So the World on top of the 9 of Cups makes me think it might be someone somewhere out and about, quite possibly a bar, possibly a coffee shop if you don't tend to go to bars, but somewhere where there's sort of beverages and people are sitting and chatting, maybe having something to eat or drink. The World, so it will be out and about in the world at large, possibly your local world, but possibly somewhere that you don't get to very often. With the Emperor, I think they'll be drawn to this solar eclipse in the background. I think there'll be some immediate attraction, probably on both sides. The 7 of Cups might be a decision as to whether you will approach them or they will approach you. But with the 2 of Cups, it looks like that approach will be happening and will be successful. Okay, so why has that got someone up in the 9 of Swords, up in their head? Sorry if there's any background chewing. Susan's playing with a new toy. Susan dog. Let's see. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles wanted to show at the bottom of the deck of the cards that jumped out. But we have the 4 of Pentacles. So clarifying the 9 of Swords. So it looks a little bit like there may be some holding back, which could cause a bit of anxiety. So perhaps you meet this person, but then you don't hear from them. So kind of puts you in a bit of a Nine of Swords, Strength card, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So I think possibly take the bull by the horns, as it were, and maybe make that first move. You know, you met, you exchange numbers, but then you don't hear from them. So maybe you need a bit of internal strength either to sit and give them time to reach out. It might take a bit longer than you expect. The Five of Swords in reverse, it looks like there isn't going to be, you know, it's possibly a misunderstanding that they thought you were going to call, you thought they were going to call. Small, minor, kind of a hiccup. Okay, quite curious just to quickly look at the rest of these. So we had the Judgment, Two of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, which seems like it will smooth out with the Judgment. Things will come right. The Two of Wands, the decision to move towards each other will be made. Seven of Swords, I think that's kind of referring to maybe some kind of misunderstanding here. The Queen of Wands, nice partner for the King of Wands, which I think this person is, sort of passionate, forward-moving go-getter. And the Ace of Pentacles should end in a new start. So that sounds pretty nice. As I say, I think this is possibly someone that you meet out and about in the world, at the coffee shop or at a bar, somewhere that possibly you don't go that often, not your regular haunt, but I think you'll kind of pick up on their energy pretty quickly and kind of make the choice to head towards them and swap numbers. And then there's a little bit of a hiatus, but it seems like that's all going to go quite well. We just get a couple of extra cards, 3 extra cards and a crossing card from the Lightseer. Here is this King of Wands. Where is Pile 1 going to meet them? More information on where they'll meet. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. The advice is that, you know, take an opportunity to maybe go somewhere different, have a little adventure, and be open to kind of meeting people that maybe aren't your normal type. With the Queen of Pentacles, I think that patience, the Temperance card, and sort of this Strength card, it's kind of saying have a bit of patience with how things will work out. And the Star, things are looking good. So I hope that resonated. Enjoy, I think, try and enjoy and not worry too much. Give it a little bit of time before you start panicking that they're not actually going to call. All right, Pile 1, hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. If you're drawn to the second card, Pile 2, you have the Ace of Wands. So a fiery, passionate new start. Let's take 3 energy cards with the Lightseer and then we'll clarify with a different deck. Pile 2, where are they going to meet a new person? That's a little bit of information, how, where, when, why. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Swords. I'm going to have to clarify those. We'll use the Rider-Waite. The King of Pentacles, he's a nice, steady, stable, fair king. He's looking pretty chilled there with his dog. Four of Cups, bit of disappointment, maybe thinking about the past a little bit, or not quite ready to accept an offer. And the Two of Swords, bit of a decision, putting someone up in their head, whether that's you or them. You'll hopefully get some more information. So why is the King of Pentacles here for pile 2? See. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, Fool, and the Tower, clarifying the King of Pentacles. So it looks like this may be someone that recently let go of another relationship and sort of started out on a new journey, shook their lives up quite substantially. And where's the Four of Cups here? Where's part 2? And they meet their person, new relationship, their next relationship. The advice, information. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, clarifying the Four of Cups, Two of Swords again, which is the same card as this one, and the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like the person that you're going to be with next is possibly a little bit reticent to get into a new relationship because they're still kind of healing from the past, still a little bit not sure I really want to go there again, with the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles kind of tossing up the pros and cons. It's always a bit scary to get into a new relationship, especially if you've sort of just come out of one which kind of shook your world up a bit. So they may seem a little bit as if they're in and out. Two of Swords. Can you give us some more information about where or how pile 2 will meet their next person? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. It's definitely going to be some kind of some anxiety, indecision. Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I think not so much information about where you might meet them, but more about kind of the circumstances of how they'll be feeling. So I think that might put you in a bit of a Nine of Swords because you're not sure if they are wanting to move forward with this Ace of Wands, and that could lead to you feeling a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit kind of neglected or dejected. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I think this will change quite reasonably quickly. I don't think you'll be held in this sort of not knowing phase for too long, hopefully. With the Wild Unknown, 3 cards and a crossing card from the Wild Unknown. Try and get some more information. Not really seeing much information about where you'll meet them. Maybe the Wild Unknown can help us with that. Or perhaps it says yet unknown. So we have the Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune again, Justice, and the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, it seems that it might well be someone that you already know, quite possibly from work, or maybe a pottery class you do, or yoga class, someone that is in your circle or connected to somebody that you know, possibly on the periphery of friendship groups. With the Six of Wands, that tends to be a card of public recognition. So I think out and about, I'm getting the kind of out and about aspect of it, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. So it might be someone that you've met already, someone that you know already from work or college, or, as I say, some kind of night class or study that you do, or a walking group. But things will start shifting with this person, and you will suddenly realise that actually you are quite a good match. So I think it might be someone that you potentially don't even sort of look at as a good potential partner initially, but then you kind of realise that with the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, that they're freed up from this past relationship, and they are going to be a good partner for you. Okay, pile 2, hope that resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Pile 3, let's flip your main energy card. Ten of Swords. That tends to be a card of endings, new beginnings. Let's get some base energy with the lights here about where will pile 3 meet their next relationship, their next person. So the Magician, again, sort of similar vibe to the Ten of Swords, transformation. Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let us get some more information. Let's clarify with the Rider-Waite. Where will pile 3 meet their next relationship, or where will it transform into a relationship, possibly? It might be someone that you already know, but just as a sort of friend, and then things are going to start moving in a different direction with the Ten of Swords and the Magician. Let's get some, yeah. Card explosion. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups, new offer of love. Ten of Swords again. And the Queen of Pentacles. Clarifying the Magician. So the Ace of Cups, very much a new start, a new offer in love. Ten of Swords, transformation again. It's given me that something that you thought was dead, done and over is possibly Queen of Pentacles coming back to life. I'm going to sort of, moving forward, is going to actually be a nice, steady, stable place to be. See, the Seven of Pentacles, that tends to be a card of timing, patience, potentially. This guy's planted his pentacles, waiting for the plant to grow. It's not, you've just got to wait. Nothing you can do about it. Pile 3, next person. The Five of Swords. The Lovers. And the Hierophant. I'm definitely getting the vibe that this might be someone that you were in a relationship with in the past, or possibly just didn't actually think you were ever going to be able to be in a relationship with for some reason. Not sort of, maybe it was a friend and you didn't ever feel like you were going to be able to move on. But I'm getting more of the vibe it's someone that you've had a relationship with that kind of ended. But now there's a new offer coming in. Five of Swords on top of the Seven of Pentacles does make me think that it was in the past. This guy's looking towards the past as well, so it's kind of probably taken a little while for things to settle down, the conflicts, the upset to settle. With the Lovers, I think it's probably a soulmate, or there's some kind of soul tie there that the universe is a bit determined to put you back together with the Lovers and the Hierophant together. So I think it's probably a little bit more universe driven than 3D. solely. Yeah, I think it looks like it's definitely someone that you possibly had a fallout with or a bit of a battle with in the past. The Queen of Cups, she looks like she's popping out of this water, opening up to a new start potentially. Emotions is water is emotion, so looks like she was possibly under there, kind of feeling heavy emotion, but she's starting to kind of come up, get some air, come out of dark phase emotionally. Pile 3, where will they meet their person? 9 of Wands, Strength card, and the Star. I think one of the other piles had a Strength card in this position, possibly even the Star as well. I think it was pile 1. So with the 9 of Wands on top of the Queen of Cups, I think it's someone that you are a little bit guarded about. He's again looking to the past, so makes me think that there was probably an ending in the past that possibly left you a little bit dented emotionally, probably them as well. But it looks like it's kind of with the Lovers, there's some kind of irresistible attraction, the clouds between these two people here. I think you probably both spend quite a lot of time thinking about each other still and not really knowing, exactly what happened, and surely this can be fixed. So the 9 of Wands, strength. It might take a little bit of strength to move on, to trust that this person, this relationship is worth the go, as it were. But with the Star, it looks like it will be. Definitely looks like a second crack at a relationship from the past. Let's just get 3 cards and a crossing card. We'll try and get some information about where this may take place, but I think it is someone that you know already and probably had a relationship already. And hopefully with the Magician and the 10 of Swords, any bad blood from the past can be transformed. Okay, 3 cards and a crossing card. A bit more information. Okay. So we have the 7 of Pentacles again, so give it some time. Son of Swords, Knight of Swords, messages or communication, 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. So I think that's definitely saying that the 7 of Pentacles is just going to take a bit of time. Going to need to talk about things with the Knight of Swords to get over this 3 of Swords, heartbreak or emotional problems from the past. And with the 6 of Cups, I think it is someone that you already know, some kind of soul tie. You have a soul contract with them. I'm drawn to all their little roots coming down, which is all of our embedded kind of soul contracts that we have in this lifetime. This card here did just flip off the deck, so I'm going to turn it, and it's the 4 of Wands. Definitely looks like things are going to be improving with someone from the past. Okay, hope that resonated with you, pile 3. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.